Hi, this is Steve Hargadon, and I'm your host for the first ever online Tiny House Summit, February 20th to the 24th. We have some great speakers for you, like the incomparable Macy Miller. Clips of her presentation are coming up next. Each day of our 5-day event, we're going to have free presentations for you to watch, with over 30 in total. Please do sign up to join us at tinyhousesummit.com, and we'll see you online.
My story gets portrayed a lot of ways because I'm that crazy girl that lives in the tiny house with the Great Dane sometimes, and sometimes it's my poor abused children that have to live here with me and everything. But the real story is, in 2011, I had this wonky dream that I built this tiny space, and it was just it had everything that I needed. At the time, I was a single person. I just worked and lived, and I didn't really have a lot of stuff. I've never really been a collector of things. And so I, in my head, I designed this space that fit everything that I needed and nothing more, nothing less. My day job is architectural design. So in my head, it all worked out. And then I kind of woke up and I was like, why don't people do this more? And I started researching, and I was researching boat appliances and stuff to kind of make this work. And I ran across Jay Schaefer, of course. And then I was like, oh, people do this. Okay. And then the next week I bought a trailer and I started building my weird little dream. When my daughter was born, this house provided me the opportunity to quit my day job. So now I just work for myself from home. I'm a blogger mostly. Well, mostly I'm a mother, but then I'm a blogger. And I help other people try to figure out this path and navigate it and find out how and if it will work for them. That's what I really like about the movement, is it kind of enables people to reassess their life and approach it on their own terms. And a big part of that is doing this journey yourself and figuring out how to make it happen, figuring out your best reasons why, and then approaching that. And I think the best way you can possibly do that is to build your own house, or at least understand it well enough to give direction as to why you want it a certain way. I'm also just advocating for, a more attainable lifestyle for anyone else. So I would like to use this opportunity in my own situation right now, to create a repeatable situation for other people across the country. The generation before us, I'm going to say us as a millennial, the generation before the millennials had different motives. Like there was this prestige that came with a nice, huge house that can give everybody their private space. And coming from architecture, there's a lack, that you're doing yourself a disservice. You're doing a family a disservice by providing everybody their own space where they never have to have those casual interactions. People get mad and they go to their room, and I was the dramatic kid that goes to my room, shuts the door, and 2 days later I come out ready to talk again. And that does such a huge disservice to a family unit. And I actually thought it would be really difficult, and it's not at all. And yeah, maybe, 400 square feet would be better. Who knows? Life changes as life changes. But right now we're 4 years, we're debt free, we're living life. And this has been exponentially better than my previous 2,400 square foot house. Why do we feel like we're not capable anymore? It's so much easier to tell ourselves 100 times we can't do that than it is to tell ourselves maybe we can. And it's so important to tell yourself maybe you can. People are very capable creatures, and we have an immense capacity to learn. You just got to stop telling yourself you can't do it. You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If 4 of those guys are telling you you can't, you're going to believe you can't also. So find the people who believe you can and will and should, and then go. Like you choose who you hang around, and pick your crowd wisely is always my advice towards that. But it is very gratifying when they come back and we're like, that was pretty good of you. Tiny houses aren't for everyone. They do kind of force you to engage with the world on a different level. None of this for me is about the house. If I couldn't live here tomorrow, I'm totally okay with it. I have totally benefited from this journey, because it's, going through the act of building your own house, even if you're not building it, but if you design it and if you really engage in the process, it's a way of building yourself, and building your confidence and building your person, you know, like you don't, it's so easy to not really know who you are, you know, where if you have to think about how you do things in every aspect of your day and design a space that works for that, your house is going to be as unique as your fingerprint. And it should be, because you are a unique person. And I think that building your own house is that act of exploration far more than it is the end product. You know, it's the journey of getting there that builds you as a person and changes the way you view the world and interact with the world. I'm grateful that I have my path, you know. I because without the tiny house, quite frankly, I wouldn't have that opportunity. I would have a mortgage or a big rent payment or something to pay that would require me to work more hours one way or another, whether it be for myself or for someone else. And having this allows lower expenses where I can focus my attention on my kids, which is, I think, where it needs to go right now.